What's up, guys? Hello and welcome back. Today I am digging into the Vette a little bit more. If any of you guys follow my Instagram page for the shop, I have recently purchased another C5 to drop the engine out of the Corvette into. So I have been working on preparing and seeing what I'm going to need for that. I am digging into the Corvette and getting things torn apart. I dug into it last night a little bit as well. Got the driver's side manifold pulled off, intake manifold, throttle body, all of the accessory drive on the front. I am currently working on getting the passenger side manifold pulled, and here before too terrible long, I'll be getting under the car and pulling the torque tube stuff loose. Gonna have a fun time getting all that loose, and I guess the torque converter as well, since this car is an auto car. Now, the new car is a manual, thankfully, so I will be already set on that. Supposedly, the transmission in this car, according to the guy who sold it to me, is a built T56. Supposedly a stage 5 RPM T56. This is what she looks like. I've got more pictures of it over on my Instagram page, SEK Speed Shop. Interior looks alright. Not too bad here. Could use a little freshening up. Got some extra parts sitting in the back there, but it looks decent. It's going to need a hood, and I'm definitely going to get rid of these headlights. I don't like them very much, but hood's a little misaligned, and so it got opened at one point and crunched that corner up. So it's going to need replacing, but this is where we're at right now, moving right along, and excited to get the engine pulled out of the Corvette and dropped in this. just taking a quick break here from the normal programming, pulling the engine out of that car over yonder. Here we are. We got a bunch of parts in. Got some Michigan Motorsports Delphi Ls1 lifters and the trays to go with them. New head bolts for the rebuild on the engine. Got a BTR Stage 3 V2 cam. So this one is pretty well reviewed. Should be a nice piece. I also went ahead and got the BTR Ultimate RPM valve spring kit. Should let us rev to 7,500 or so pretty easily. This is a nice kit. Comes with titanium retainers and everything. Got all new locks and guides and shims and all the good stuff. So that should be really nice. And then we also went ahead and got some 5/16 7.400 inch push rods. Those should be really good. Those are chromoly. Nice upgrade from stock. And then the big package for this week is Speed Engineering. I went ahead and picked up their X pipes and headers for this car. So this will be a nice upgrade. Well, here's a little bit of unboxing for you. Just getting this all split out and open. I'm super excited for the Speed Engineering kit. Should be super nice. Go. These are the new pieces. Yeah, here we go. New stainless headers. These are sweet. 3-inch. I believe these are 1 3/4. Either 1 3/4, 7/8. Which, but two real nice pieces. We got real big upgrade from stock. So it looks like this is a partial shipment. Just has the headers, and we'll get the X pipe later. I also went ahead and ordered the O2 sensor extensions. Should help us have a little bit of reach down to the bottom there, since these headers sit a little deeper down for the O2 sensor. Anyways, that's what I got for now. Thanks for checking. What's up, guys? Checking in here. Making some headway here on the engine. Getting this thing prepped to come out. Got that valley cover pulled off. Don't mind the orange looking water that was just sitting down inside the knock sensor holes, and it dropped down in there once I opened it up. But super happy with how this looks. Inside of the engine looks super clean. Cam looks decent. Definitely a stock cam. I can see the 97 markings on it. Being that this is a 1997 car, it makes total sense. I am pretty close to getting this pulled out. Gonna have to separating the torque tube from the bell housing, and then as soon as I get that done, I will be moving on to getting the suspension lowered on the front of the car, and then it should be ready to come out. So we'll see. Keep you updated.